Hello, friends. On May 24, 1987, in Canada, a 23-year-old man named Kenneth Parks was sleeping on his sofa at midnight. He had lost all his money in horse racing. He was completely drowned in debt and had also lost his job. Just a few hours earlier, he had watched Saturday Night Live on TV and then went to sleep. His plan for the next day was to wake up in the morning and go to his in-laws' house to ask them for financial help. But before morning came, at around 1:30 a.m., something very strange happened. Suddenly, he got up from the sofa, sat in his car, and started driving. In the middle of the night, he drove about 22 kilometers on the highway and reached his in-laws' house. He had a key to the house, so he unlocked the gate and went straight inside. There he killed his mother-in-law and severely injured his father-in-law. After this, something even more shocking happened. Covered in blood and in a confused state, he drove to the police station and told the police directly, "I have just killed 2 people." His hands had very deep wounds, but he said he didn't feel any pain. While being taken to the hospital in an ambulance, he even told them where he had placed the murder weapon, a knife. But the strangest part of this story was that Kenneth Parks had no reason to kill his in-laws. During the trial, his lawyers said something that shocked everyone. They argued that Kenneth Parks committed the crime while he was asleep. He was not conscious, so he should not be punished. According to them, Kenneth Parks was sleepwalking. So the big questions are, was Kenneth Parks really sleepwalking? Is it actually possible for someone to do such things while asleep? If someone commits a crime while sleepwalking, should they be held responsible? And the biggest question, why do some people behave like this during sleep? What is the science behind it? Let's understand the mystery of sleepwalking. In medical terms, sleepwalking is called somnambulism. It is a type of sleep disorder that occurs during non-REM sleep. Human sleep is broadly divided into 2 types. 1. REM sleep, rapid eye movement. 2. Non-REM sleep. As the name suggests, during REM sleep, our eyes move rapidly, even though they are closed. In non-REM sleep, this doesn't happen. When we first go to sleep, we enter non-REM sleep. Non-REM sleep has 3 stages. Stage 1. Light sleep begins. Our ability to react to external sounds decreases. Stage 2. Sleep becomes deeper. Stage 3. This is the deepest stage of sleep. It is very difficult to wake someone during this stage. If someone wakes up during this stage, they feel confused and disoriented. After these 3 stages, the body enters REM sleep, where dreams occur. During REM sleep, heart rate increases, brain becomes more active, the brain processes emotions and memories. But sleepwalking does not happen during REM sleep. Sleepwalking occurs during stage 3 of non-REM sleep, which is the deepest sleep. A person who is sleepwalking may have their eyes open, appear awake, react to surroundings. But in reality, their sensory perception is mostly inactive. They may avoid obstacles due to habits or minor collisions, but they are not consciously thinking. Sleepwalkers often have blank facial expressions, eyes slightly rolled upward, and they usually don't remember the event after waking up. If they are awakened during sleepwalking, they may feel confused and disoriented. Humans sleep in cycles. Each sleep cycle includes N1 gives N2 gives, N3 gives REM. One sleep cycle lasts about 90 to 110 minutes. During the first half of the night, deep sleep N3 is longer. As morning approaches, REM sleep becomes longer. The best time to wake up is during N1 stage because you feel refreshed. If you wake up during N3, you feel very sleepy and groggy. That is why people recommend sleeping 7.5 or 9 hours, because these durations often align with full sleep cycles. Sleepwalking episodes can last from a few minutes to several hours. Some people experience it once a month, while others may experience it several times a week. Interestingly, some people can do very complex activities while sleepwalking. For example, Lee Hadwin, a British-Australian artist, can paint while sleepwalking. When he was 15, he painted portraits of Hollywood actresses while asleep. But when he is awake, he cannot paint. Another example is Robert Wood from Scotland, who cooks food like omelets and pasta while sleepwalking. People call him the sleepwalking chef. Even Sachin Tendulkar reportedly had sleepwalking habits during the early years of his career. Sourav Ganguly once said that when they were roommates in England, Sachin would get up at night and walk around the room. But sleepwalking is not always harmless. Sometimes people become violent or commit crimes, like the Kenneth Parks case. Sleepwalking is not related to ghosts, spirits, or past lives. It is purely a neurological phenomenon. It happens because of incomplete awakening of the brain. Part of the brain wakes up, while another part remains asleep. The brain areas responsible for movement become active, but the areas responsible for conscious thinking remain asleep. That's why sleepwalkers can walk, sit, drive, cook, perform complex actions. Research also shows that the autonomic nervous system behaves differently in sleepwalkers. This system has two branches. 1. Sympathetic system, fight or flight response. 2. Parasympathetic system, rest and digest response. A 2021 study found that during deep sleep in sleepwalkers, sympathetic activity decreases, parasympathetic activity increases. This discovery surprised scientists. Sleepwalking is also influenced by genetics. If one parent has a history of sleepwalking, the child has about 47.4% chance of experiencing it. If both parents have it, the chance increases to 61.5%. But if neither parent has it, the chance drops to 22.5%. Other triggers include sleep deprivation, stress, obstructive sleep apnea, certain medications, fever in children. Now returning to the legal question, if someone commits a crime while sleepwalking, should they be punished? In criminal law, two things matter. 1. The act crime. 2. Intent, guilty mind. In sleepwalking cases, the body commits the act, but the mind has no intent. In the Kenneth Parks case, medical experts testified that he was sleepwalking during the crime. Because of this, the jury acquitted him. This became a landmark case for the sleepwalking defense. However, this defense does not always succeed. For example, in 1997, an American man named Scott Felatar killed his wife and claimed he was sleepwalking. But evidence suggested he tried to hide the weapon and clean up, so the court rejected the defense and sentenced him to life imprisonment. Sleepwalking can also be dangerous because people can injure themselves. They may hit walls, fall down stairs, fall from balconies, walk into traffic. In June 2024, a 19-year-old boy in Mumbai reportedly fell from a 6th-floor balcony while sleepwalking. To prevent dangers, remove sharp objects, lock doors and windows, install safety gates on stairs. Use alarms or motion sensors. Keep dangerous items locked. Parents should calmly guide sleepwalking children back to bed instead of waking them abruptly. About 7% of people worldwide experience sleepwalking at least once in their life. Among adults, about 3 to 4% experience it regularly. Among children, it can reach 15%. Fortunately, in most children, the condition disappears as they grow older. Finally, remember, sleepwalking is not supernatural. It is a fascinating phenomenon of the human brain. Science may not fully understand it yet, but it is clearly a biological and neurological process.